Monet's like, they picked AM. Let's go. We won. Look at him.
He's feeling pretty satisfied. Nothing to say really isn't going to be able to do anything against Chalice though, right? He's really relying on Bobica to have a good start to this game. Perhaps vision advantage. Somnus looks like if he does move forward, it's going to pop the smoke for JT. And JT doesn't want to take that extra step. Although...
Yang taking a ton of damage in a 1v4 where he's just been surrounded and killed. Zapping away at JT's Brewmaster down there. He's got himself his first bracer, but he's being dragged back into this Chalice. AM, Blood Grenade, trying to cinder Brew and clap himself away with the help of the Avalanche. They turn onto Picho here, and it's Bane, he's dead. 2 kills in this early portion of the game for G2.iG, and Chalice, they're just being harassed out of lane by Boboka's Tiny.
Just looking to see if there's any stacks, but maybe it's going to be a full-on move around to contest the Wisdom Rune even? Look at this move from Razor.
Look at him go. Yeah, sprinting all the way across the map. 7 minutes coming up in 10 seconds, and probably going to get a kill on Yang as well. So many victories here from G2.iG. Planet has come in with Somnus, though, to battle around the Wisdom Rune. Impetus shot and the Centaur Stomp. Wisdom Rune denied by X-Nova. Nothing to say he's going to die here to Somnus, but not before they've claimed 2 lives, denied the Wisdom Rune. As X-Nova, he's trying to slip away here with the TP scroll ready. But Somnus, quick on his tail, coming around the tree line, has to astral, does get stomped up, and the damage from the Centaur is pretty freaking incredible. Finally, it expires, and X-Nova will TP out, but Somnus, it felt like he should have had a freebie there and gets turned around on by that little Enchantress. As a Warpine Raider Enchantress comes across, pushes into tier 1. And should have a D-Ward on that Arbs, but Planet's probably going to die before he gets a chance to do it. But Boka's arrived with a Razor. Surround them and kill them.
Yeah, first item. I mean, it's all about the value for him, right? He even, purchased up a Wraith Band for himself, realizing that, he's going to need that a little bit more just for more easy trading in this lane. Might actually be looking to go for another kill here.
Well, there's Sanity's Eclipse dropped on them with the Astral and the damage out of the OD. Clearing out X-Nova, turning onto Boboka. Somnus dishing it out, but they've got a Primal Split and a Monet Weaver arriving on the scene of the crime to kill the OD off now. Turn onto Planet with a Shadow on TP, though. Away she goes back to safety. There's nothing to say. It looks over Chalice's Anti-Mage, who has now...
Tiny's almost level 6. He's going to have a little bit more of that that damage amp buff coming from the toss, and of course with a crash landing, as they're looking to just find on more, and they're going to find Yang.
He's a tanky boy, but yeah, when you've got 3 heroes on you, 2 of them cores.
Yeah, he knows that the aggression is, just going to keep coming. Basically, the only thing they're holding out for is, I don't know. Oh, okay, he's finally switching to Radiance instead, and yeah, he'll be able to get away with the Stampede this time, I think.
They're chasing him.
Tower.
The swarm's on him. It's a lot of damage from this Weaver, and another Shikuchi forward's going to net them the kill. Yang dead yet again. Dragonlance, 1 raindrop charge. Oh, and the Shikuchi. Did he feel that coming? He's going to go right in on top of Chalice. Hello, Anti-Mage. What are you doing here? But he's got just enough mana to Shikuchi away, but they do get on top of him. Monet dead, thanks to Somnus with that Sanity's Eclipse.
And there we go. They've got these big timings and a Haste Rune on the Razor as well.
Ooh, Blink Stomp. Have they got him? With the grip, in comes Boboka. Maybe saving the day, turning back with a Picho and Chalice as the Stampede will get them a bit of distance now. They've got the turn and run and hide. The move in from that Tiny is Chalice barely surviving on that TP home.
To me, the most impressive thing that Chalice is doing is that he's doing this sort of stuff while also farming at the same time, right? Like JT, who might have found him, by the way.
But what's the order of operations here? Avalanche toss. Have they got the damage with the Centaur Stomp? The follow through? Oh, just perfectly done there.
Like they are right now with this smoke. Or do you just put Picho behind Somnus? Have him there as like that backup, that save, if he does indeed get initiated onto as... They might actually find Bobica here.
Poor Tiny.
Away in time.
All out in the open. He wasn't expecting all 4 there. I'm just very impressed with Planet scaling here. Hand of Midas into the Philosopher's Stone. Might get caught out though with the Storm Panda on his tail. I don't think they saw Chalice. Chalice going to be safe on that left side. Does blink away. Avalanche toss combo going to kill off Planet as the static link will come out. Stampede, but into the Cyclone of JT. They've got blink here on the AM just to get back into base though, so not a massive deal for Chalice to get away safely.
Maybe just sticking X-Nova in this lane maybe as a little bit of bait, knowing how hard it is to be able to kill him.
Oh, the BKB straight up. Picho, 3 hits and he's dead. In comes the Tiny, sent skywards, but does toss around the Centaur. The OD, some tremendous damage. Slays Baboka as these impetus shots being launched out. Rainbow damage onto Somnus and Yang, backing themselves away.
They're going to be praying that Roshan comes up very shortly, as actually X-Nova may have gone a little bit too far forward.
Yang is in.
He got the natures off.
He's very tanky with a lot of healing. I mean, one hit from the OD is quite a bit of damage, but with the untouchable, he can't keep that going. Yang's going to break the swarm off of him. It's nothing to say. Steps up here, and in the back lines, JT has split. Trying to contend with the little Brewlings, stopping them and doing quite a bit of damage onto them. The Brewlings are dropping low, but Yang, he's dying inside the pit, trying to TP out. And it looks like he's successfully back in the fountain while they've got the grip on the Brewmaster here. Chalice trying to go to work on him. No mana left. The Mana Void will clear him out. Somnus will die. Traded out for the kill on Nothing to Say, while Monet is still alive, fighting in with Baboka arriving onto Planet's Dark Willow to take her down. Chalice is now trying to fight basically one versus the world. Monet's running back with no mana remaining. Backed up by Baboka and X-Nova, and a 3v3 still here around the Roche pit.
Casting a game a couple of weeks ago with, I believe, Faith Beyond, and he got up to 10k HP on Centaur at like 40 minutes.
Yeah, you can get freaking monstrous in that hero. Still trying to defend this tier 3 against the familiar, the summons, the Brewlings. All coming in onto this tier 3 to bring it down. The glyph.
Oh, it's a late glyph.
A late one, a mistake there potentially.
Look at all the rally. +6, 18 extra damage for JT's Brewling.
A Blink Stomp. Yang is in, and Chantress and Weaver caught up by it. The damage trying to come through from the OD, but not enough. They'll clear out all the summons and the skeletons, but they've lost their lane of barracks now. Astral Imprisonment used up. Monet's going to get out of there with a Shikuchi. Baboka might be left stranded as they do BKB up on the OD and blink in with Yang again. The backline's Chalice. He's aiming for Nothing to Say. Monet, the time lapse, back away. BKB'd up now as they cyclone the anti-mage. But Chalice, he's on the chase. Charging in with a bash, catching out the Razor. Monet's going to come out of the Shikuchi in a second. Another cyclone here. Buying time for G2.iG to try and disengage. A bit of a static link out of Nothing to Say, but the damage is too much from this OD and AM to kill him off. You've got a lane of barracks. You lose your Razor and your Tiny, but you do get Monet's Weaver out of there. JT X-Nova right in behind them. Chalice. Oh, Yang. Centaur's the one to get caught. Tossed up. He's got the Stampede. A bit of distance now as they turn back with Yang and Chalice to try and kill off Baboka. The damage is coming and the Tiny will die as Yang survives, at least for now. X-Nova going to turn here. Able to tank through the AM's damage while Monet clears out the Centaur at long last. Team Turtle, though.
This is gone.
They've got their OD all cycloned up here. Can they save Somnus? Pebbles being thrown at him. He's being dragged back by the Void Spirit, but it looks like G2.iG are the ones who are actually afraid of this. Go on, my son.
Nova just wants to... He wants to convert any creep and just send it into the Roche pit. They just need a little bit of information.
Here we go. Smoke breaks. Blink Stomp. 2-3. Call out. Enchantress about to die. Baboka's Tiny nearly dead as well. Somnus pops the BKB. They've got the grip on the Razor. That's the big one. Left-hand side of the fight. They're going to blow up. Nothing to say. A double kill for Somnus, turning on these Brewlings. Monet has to run. Baboka's bailing out of there. And JT, is that the last one left? He'll pop out of it now, but dead nonetheless. A triple kill for Somnus. Massive for Team Turtle. They got Baboka. What's he doing? He's trying to pretend to be the ice cap on top of Mount Everest, but he's been melted and thawed by Somnus with the Ultra Kill.
Maybe it's an Aghanim Scepter for the Tiny, right? Maybe you need to play around trees a little bit more.
Monet, he's dead. No, he's not. Time-lapse BKB will get him out. I thought the Centaur was coming faster, but Monet has managed. Oh, hang on. The hits out of the Shard. Oh, no. They've griefed him. The Shard has griefed the Weaver. Gives away his position. Still going to try and get away from this, but Chalice and Yang are on his tail. Sanced up, stunned and killed, and Monet's dead. They're all glyphed up and making their way towards the barracks. And G2.iG, 5 alive. Buybacks ready on Tiny and Enchantress. It feels like they've got to make a move here. They're glyphing up and buying a little bit of time for themselves. Where is Baboka? He's in that top tree line, trying to find his angle, but Yang's the one to make the first move onto X-Nova.
The BKB.
Blowing up the Enchantress. She's dead. With buyback, can return to the fight. Baboka still smoked up and looking for his angle of entry here, but Chalice is so strong. Stands there, punches a couple of times, then blinks away. Loses his courier in the foray, but an anti-mage cyclone, but then what? He's got 3,000 HP. Game over. If Monet dies before he can get his BKB off, the throne just dies. And they might just have it here. If they can find him, they can see him. The smoke breaks. Oh, Monet. The blink stomp. Yang is in. The Sandy's Eclipse drops the damage. It comes in. Monet's dead for 2 minutes time now. The Razor's going to fall on Team Turtle. I think they've just about bloody done it. G2.iG getting slapped around in their own base. Baboka's going to fall here and a double kill for Chalice into GG. 51 minutes. It took them a while, but Team Turtle, with a greedy scaling draft, absolutely handled G2.iG in the long run. And potential there to play back and forth away from the Razor, away from the Leshrac. An additional stun as well to help out your Tinker. That's something you're always looking for. So now you've got 4 stuns, with an Enchantress creep, of course, helping out. Return of the March of the Machines, everyone's favorite, bringing us back to the old days when we used to have universal damage, ancient farming with a Tinker, as we do lose JT to that Witch Doctor.
But at least you're able to take a team fight, shove the wave at the exact same time, and mean that people can't really walk into you when you use, for example, some stolen static link damage, as JT's dead.
Yeah, just has the kitchen sink thrown at him there. Everything under the sun to kill that Centaur off. Dead for 20 seconds, so a free lane here for Team Turtle to play in. Yeah, of course, being quite a dainty hero as well.
Might be trying to make a play onto Yang here. They'll probably only catch Planet. Although very nice spell casting, making sure to play around that calling to try and prevent himself from getting caught inside the cogs. He basically stands inside of the calling rather than trying to run away, knowing that there was no way for him to be able to get away from that.
Well, here we go, the battle of the lane pushing. Pulse Nova versus March of the Machines. Fight! Down at bottom lane, Dragonite and Witch Doctor right on the tail of the Centaur yet again. Stomp there trying to hold them back, but it looks like the damage is already done. Ooh, hang on, Maledict wears off. Tinker has come in. JT from the high ground turns back to kill off Picho.
Oh,
very
no.
nicely done. Oh, the neutral
got him.
Oh, no.
Well, JT.
Oh,
I was going to say, like,
because he's going to get the kill on the Enchantress here for sure. Plasma Field, no mana and no cooldown. While 7 minutes hits, JT grabs the Wisdom Rune as Somnus tried to contest it, but he's still going to get the kill on his Centaur, who is having some serious.
So the fact that they've put this much pressure onto JT means that everything's just going to be delayed so much, and even more so.
This is huge. They saw nothing to say. He's dead to a neutral, though. The Granite Golem comes to punch him down. Picho is going to try and turn around on JT, who stomps and double edges the Leshrac, but now stunned up, caught by the Maledict. Don't land the Split Earth, though, so no follow through there, as Chalice was a little late to the party. In comes Baboka with X-Nova and Monet rotating. Trying to catch up to Somnus here. The Leshrac getting slowed down. Damage is coming. Cogs will trap him. Somnus absolutely dead, trapped in the cage. IG bringing the numbers down bottom to defend their Tinker, who died to an Ancient creep. Oh, Radiant Ward sees them all. And they'll get the stun. Immediately start things off on Baboka. They've seen this coming, but Chalice is still getting dived under tier 1 tower. The Centaur stomped from the neutral and the hero, but Chalice is still alive. Now finally dies. In comes Yang, though, with a Razor, trying to turn back onto Monet, but the Wind Ranger slipped away with the Wind Run. This March of the Machines getting very annoying as Planet is just going to straight up die to it. The Tinker comes in, spams some spells.
You know, obviously it's going to be very important for him to be able to get into that. He wants to make sure that he's in position to be able to join into, honestly, pretty good lockdown, right? Like, you've got Deadshot, you've got a Yule Scepter from Somnus, who's going to catch out poor JT once again for his 4th death of the game. Pretty big exponents of this hero, honestly, even being removed from the entire game, let alone nerfed, so...
I don't know what your problem is, honestly. A hook shot up top.
Hook shot.
Dragonite caught out by Baboka. Monet's here with that freshly purchased Maelstrom. And nothing to say. Yeah, the back signal was put into the sky, so the Tinker, of course, will oblige. Oh, the dead shot.
So before you get to that point, it's almost like, okay, well, we need to get Ogre Seal turn.
Baboka's in.
Go.
Yeah,
you can't get out.
Stuck in the cogs. Does turn and kill Baboka, at least trading for his life. And now with the March, look at this, March of the Machines placed, the calling is down, there's control of areas of the map, which is very difficult to bypass.
And they've left, so it means that JT stuck around a little bit too long.
And comes in with Chalice, blows him up. X-Nova is now lurking in the shadows away.
Even just the little bit of less time to be able to rearm is such a key factor as they find Chalice.
Yeah, Blink Stomp to start things off, and the hook shot to follow through. He's trying to farm BKB up here, but there is no escaping, as even Monet is going to show his face up here.
Nothing to say on his Tinker. The Arcane Rune, it's just a Somnus. absolute treat of items
Boca
to play around.
trying to protect this Enchantress. They come in with Yang into the backline onto Xnova as they've blown up a Boca. Blink Stomp on 3 inside the cog still. Yang, though, is dispatched with Monet. This Razor goes to work. Nothing to say. He has arrived, though, and he blinks in aggressively. Trying to protect JT. The Centaur defense matrix placed on him. Another TP forward. Nothing to say. Was thinking about that blink reinitiation.
I feel like this is a fairly easy draft to execute, right? Like, you've got 2 heroes that can push into towers. You've got a Razor who's hit a lot of his timings. And you haven't been able to take a tier 2 off the back of it. And instead, you just sit back, let Nothing to Say hit up onto his level 20. Now he's going to be able to rejoin into fights a whole lot more easily with that keen conveyance.
Have wrapped around near the Radiant Tormentor. Radiant scan does connect. They know where they are, up on his high ground somewhere. They see Monet. They see Nothing to Say. He blinks away. He gets the distance. Now the turn, but Boca's about to die. Split Earth landing, but the cogs there trapping in the DK and the Razor as Monet runs straight in towards them. Nothing to Say, spamming out with a blink forward yet again, and JT trying to blink stomp. What the Razor again has found out. Yang, Chalice dead. In comes the Tinker, spamming the laser. Summoner's turning on him with the help of Planet. Pierce the Veil, but Monet with a double kill. Onto Planet will go with JT, double edging her down. And in comes another blink stomp onto Somnus. The damage is overwhelming. Nothing to Say. Will finally die. They clip the Tinker's wings. And Somnus, he's stayed alive. He's burning them down. This Bloodstone's going to town. Somnus, he's picked up a double kill and maybe even a triple here, but he's run out of mana. Needs to land a stun to allow the Witch Doctor to come in. Monet's still here. No Aegis, no BKB though. Gotta be careful. With Somnus, his Bloodstone up. Xnova TPing out. There's no more stuns. He's used himself. Oh my god!
And that's why you're going for a nullifier as well on Yang. I think he's actually finished it up as well. So they just need ways to be able to get through this while he doesn't have BKB available and not able to recast it on himself.
DK though. Chalice down. There's no Roshan for at least a minute and a half here. So they're not playing into a Roshan take. It looks like they just want to try and capture a bit of land here around the enemy Ancients, and they will blink stun Xnova, trying to get on this Enchantress to blow her up. Down he goes. Jam on the Witch Doctor as Baboka trying to escape here with the cogs blocking their path. Wrapping around though, and he's trying to pop the rocket flares here to scout them out. Nothing to Say, blinking in and out. Dragon Knight though, he's made the jump on the JT, pops his BKB, Yang moves in onto Monet, Stampede in the wind run to try and get away, but JT's been caught up in the fear and the stuns, dead, and down he goes as Baboka, trapped in the cage of his own design, blown up as well. Has Nothing to Say, he's got a BKB TP. Have they got another stun to catch him or stop him? They do not, so he's in Fountain safely. Team Turtle, this is their chance. There's a Die Ward up on his high ground that's going to see the Razor TPing in.
All these Shadow Blades as well. They're probably going to see DK stepping on forward.
The blink stun.
Find the initial.
They're trying to find the Tinker. Nothing to Say, going to turn though, and Chalice getting blown up. He didn't BKB. Yang in the mix of things here, chasing Monet. Somnus now having to run away. Team Turtle, a whiffed initiation there. They had all the room in the world. Chalice just didn't press BKB.
Yeah.
3 heroes down off of that one mistake. Flipped over on the back of their shell. The heroes in a half shell going to try and hold on to this one as G2.iG have come out with an 11k lead now. And back into that bottom lane. Right onto Chalice with no BKB. He's hidden away with a Glimmer Cape, I think, whatever it was, but dead nonetheless as the damage spills out from the power shot and the march. There's buyback available here for the Dragon Knight, but I don't know, just let this barracks fall, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be useless for the next 10-15 seconds anyway while he waits for the Elder Dragon form and the BKB to come back off cooldown. So yeah, just overstepping his bounds a little bit that time. And it feels like they really don't want to commit all that heavily onto Monet. He's still got 30 seconds left on the Aegis, and he wants to make the most of it. Be the one sieging a lot of these towers as they briefly catch out Nothing to Say, but 60% status resist. Actually, they go in and find Huerta.
Yeah, Planet's dead. Has buyback. Dragon Knight has spent his as well. Team Turtle. Lashrak out in the open a little bit. High ground vision for the Radiant team.
The Skeleton's just patrolling the backline, giving so much information.
He might jump this if he just sees Chalice, the Sentry and Ward that gets dropped, and they saw Chalice for a brief moment there. They'll get the D-Ward going. They want to run a Atos and try and catch out the Enchantress, maybe? Team Turtle needs to find the Tinker in the back, and Razor He's gone both beeline straight onto Monet. Dragon Knight has made the jump. Baboka with the cogs, blocked them out. Nothing to say, blinking away. Somnus on the left-hand side trying to focus into the Tinker, who just BKBs and TPs while Yang is dead. Monet and JT get the job done. Now Picho in trouble. The Witch Doctor's falling quickly. Chalice and Somnus, though, chasing onto Monet. Lincoln's has popped. Dodges away from the Dragon Tail stun. And Tinker, he's come back in. Full resources. He's got all the spells. His full arsenal unlocked to blow up the Dragon Knight yet again. 70 seconds on the timer here for Razor. 100 for the Dragon Knight. And Roshan is there in the pit, just ready to be taken by G2.iG.
Kill him before he was able to get into this Aghanim Scepter for himself, and he just got into it way too fast. Like, how are you supposed to contest against this?
I'm just imagining the team comms, like how many times have we got players saying, I've got the Tinker, I found him, you know? Got Yang's like, I've got the Tinker. Somnus finds him in the trees as well, and nothing to say, just jumping around. And march. Yeah, you little bastard. You're marching machines, all you want. GG called, it's over. Game 2, G2.iG's, our boy Jack Chen tying it up here in this best of 3. We're heading to a final game of the series here in the lower bracket to see who progresses through to face off against Azure Ray in that lower bracket final. I don't know how to feel about this.
You can get negative 25 armor on people in these games. Like, that is how much minus armor they have. You have Howl, you have Corrosive Breath, you have Meld, you'll have a Desolator, you'll have Swarm coming out from Bobica as well.
When you're being dumpstered by a Dragon Knight, something's got to change. And man,
you're going to be forced to respond to this as well, because nothing to say is just getting a few hits in onto your tower.
TP bottom. Yep. JT trapped in the cogs. First blood going to come the way of Chalice, it looks like, there as he blows up the Lycan down south, thanks to Planet's rotation, of course.
Nice little movement there, just to give that extra little bit of burst that they needed, but...
Yang. I still really wonder what this conversation went like. You know, Chalice is like, don't pick me DK next game, and then they picked him a Viper in game 3.
I don't know why.
X-Nova's going to get scouted here. Picho and Chalice going to get run out by Baboka and JT. X-Nova inside the cogs dying, and Chalice, a TP. Ooh! Wow. Back to Fountain. The Swarm was ticking on him, but he's safe and sound.
It's going to require a big performance out of Chalice after a not-so-great one that he had in that game number 2.
Oh. Somnus rotating in with a Flame Guard. And a Searing Chains to catch out X-Nova. Charging straight in onto the Wyvern with his Haste Rune, but now having to retreat against the physical damage of Monet. And that'll be that. Meanwhile, Picho has died down in the bottom lane, I believe. A Weaver and a Lycan pairing up to kill him off.
Next Nova, he's just hanging around. He really wants to make sure that he can hit into this level 6 for himself as quickly as possible. Not able to get another stack off for TA. He's been able to build up a few so far this game. I really want to see just a little bit more of that presence to enable his own game somewhat. Yeah, they know
the Viper's in.
Yep.
Well, yeah, lift him back up. Keep him in the Nether Toxin. TA reasonably tanky with the Strength Treads and that Refraction, so they will come back in with Baboka to trade out 1-for-1. The Swarm? Does X-Nova have mana here for a curse or anything? Somnus is trying to get away from them, and X-Nova actually a little worse for wear, but does have that curse ready now. And Planet going to get scouted by one of the Wolves. They're going to try and beeline for this Rubik. They're spreading across the map here, trying to catch up Picho's Clockwork. He'll die to the Dragon Knight. Chains from Somnus. Yang moves in. Out goes Baboka as Yang's going to get demolished by the minus armor Melt Strike. Now Somnus. 3 remnants at the ready to jump over the terrain and get back to high ground. A little bit of distance coming now. He's going to meet Baboka's Weaver, though, coming back in with a bit of damage, and another Dragon Tail stun to catch out the Ember Spirit under his own tower. 1 remnant left, trying to juke them north, as maybe he'll remnant south, and they're waiting on the remnant with a couple more heroes, though, trying to find him, as Somnus is making a great escape here. Chalice now joining in, forcing a TP out of the DK, getting turned on with a Melt Strike, and the physical damage just destroys the Viper. Face tanks it all. Somnus has to remnant back, and G2.iG really domineering this game now as the laning phase broke down. They move on to Yang as well, who's TP'd in, trying to hold the line.
They still have
down to half
well.
HP immediately, and a blink stun from nothing to say. Hook shot trying to delay. Pichu buys a bit of time for Yang here as well, with Planet trying to defend this aggressive move from G2.iG, keeping the DK alive, nearly zapped down by the Rubik. Somnus comes back in. Round 4, fight with the Ember Spirit. Monet He's looking like he might be out of position as well. Pichu makes the move forward with the cogs to trap him inside.
Who's the one in
Somnus,
danger?
half HP. Searing Chains trying to catch in the back. Turned on again with no remnants remaining. He's nearly dead. The Swarm, the Weaver kills him. But Boca picks up a killing spree. A non-stop back and forth fight here. But again, G2.iG coming out the victors, it feels like. It's one of these drafts where Turtle need... Like, they need every single hero to make anything happen. It doesn't feel like they've got those pairings of, you know, we can play together with this hero and that hero. They'll lose Planet up at top as he gets just absolutely eviscerated.
Deleted.
Blood drained. Flops on the floor. And Chalice is being body blocked here by the Wolf.
Oh,
JT right in front of him, forcing the Stampede quite early on there. But yeah, this is a situation where G2.iG, you know, with TA +1, DK +1, whatever it might be, they'll find a Clockwork and a jump into the base as well. Onto Chalice, the Viper's dying. Yang's going to come in with a massive stomp to hold them back, but the Viper's still dead. They'll go onto Yang and kill him as well. This game just being turned on its head. Our high ground attempt 20 minutes in. With the Greaves, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a jump down bottom as it looks like Team Turtle itching for a fight, catching the jump on the TA with the chains and stomp, but no commitment there. Chalice couldn't quite catch up, and she does have that Aegis as a second life. Refraction was coming off cooldown as well. So we'll see a smoke into smoke here. That's Pichu getting jumped on. He tried to break up the staircase, but they've held the ramp. Turn on the Clockwork. Another blitz stop from Yang, though. Coming back in with Sonic. There's a curse. Nicely placed. 3 caught up in it. Pichu nearly dying, but the Greaves keeps him alive. Turning on nothing to say, while Monet dropping low. First life about to drop. Aegis claimed up. There's Somnus, though, into the backline once more. Cold Embrace keeping DK alive, and they turn back. JT's dead. Yang's been traded out. Nothing to say, trying to fight into the Ember now. It's Chalice. He's being shredded by the Wolves and the Templar Assassin. But Boca will come in to help out while X-Nova is still chasing Somnus. He's dancing, he's juking, he's jiving, but now he's been stunned. Caught up in the run of Atos. Dead and caught. 4 down. JT, the one casualty of war there from G2.iG, along with the Aegis, but it is just clean sweeping. What kind of turtles are Team Turtle? Now, we've talked about them as though they're, you know, oh, hang on. Is that a dead Ember Spirit on my screen? He's been caught up in this Bloodthorn, Rod of Atos. The Stampede gets a little bit of distance. He's still starting stuff, and the final touch of damage there from Baboka clears him out. That was something I didn't know, actually, until recently. I always thought, you know, turtles and tortoises and terrapins were all, like, very distinct different things. They're all under the turtle taxonomy, apparently. As they, like, stun here, Yang trying to make a move on nothing to say. Doesn't really feel the danger, the damage until that Nether Toxin and the right clicks from the Viper arrive. Monet's dead up on his high ground as well. Where's the rest of the team? The Lycan, the Weaver, the Wyvern just going to be leaving Monet here to try and BKB TP. It looks like it should be successful with no stuns through it. Meanwhile, Baboka down a bottom lane, caught up by Yang. A blink stun from the Centaur. A bit of follow through here. Gleipnir to hold them back. He's got another Shikuchi. TP at the ready, hiding in the trees, and it looks like he's just slipped out of the range of them.
The TA
Good
trap.
silence as well from the TA trap.
To layer in all that damage. So, you know, it's a little bit of net worth. It goes over to the Centaur, who... I don't even necessarily know what the next item is going to be for Yang. Like, how are you actually going to
maybe
put yourself onto these team fights and, gets caught out.
Annihilated. I mean, Yang had BKB queued up previously, but I don't know what the item is to save Team Turtle here. I don't know what the grouping of items is. You know, kind of wish this Ember Spirit had 3 Battle Furies and a couple of Rapiers or something like that.
Stay with me, Gary. The workhorse, the Aghanim Scepter. Put the Viper in it and drag him around and let him actually hit people without the risk of dying.
Maybe.
They're not going to wait for that time, though. They're pushing in once again. Aegis or no.
Nothing to say.
To just find these targets.
Straight in on the Clockwork. Pichu dead. Has buyback available. 15 seconds for the Ember to respawn as well. There's another Toxin and the damage at the time. Annoying, but a great BKB timing. Nothing to say. Presses the button.
Stun.
Gets himself out of danger. Turns onto Yang. He's dead. Centaur also does have buybacks. It looks like Turtle team have defended their barracks, at least for now. And to keep things green with a Viper throwing Nether Toxin anywhere. G2.iG just coming in and throwing straws, plastic straws, and those little plastic things on top of beer cans into the water, causing all kinds of toxic nonsense to the environment. And what can Team Turtle do? They get jumped on, probably just get killed off and die. Chalice, Pichu, both gone. They both have buyback, but this is looking absolutely disastrous for them now. Glyph used up. Pop the traps, they're being killed off. They're being destroyed by Monet. Another barracks down. There's nothing to say. It will stand its ground. Yang will blink in. The Centaur stomp on 2. The follow through, though. Where is it? Monet will turn and slay the beast. The Centaur is about to die. Somnus, he does come in with a Jalapeno. The hook shot and the Remnants over the top. Somnus BKB'd up, trying to kill the Swarm before he dies. Remnant away, gets a bit of distance. Another sleight of fist and Remnant to get out of danger. And the triangle, we've got the Turtle Breaker here from G2.iG. Oh, Yang, he jumped in, but immediately controlled up. The Cold Embrace is on him. They turn on to Nothing to Say, who BKBs and TPs, I think, going for the Nightfall play to escape away. The curse was great. Somnus is going to try and chase into Baboka now as JT and Monet a little scared about the follow-through coming in. But they turn back with Monet onto Somnus. That's a low HP TA, but holding Aegis. Don't forget that second life is available. Charge forward from Planet and Somnus, but they can't latch onto anyone while Yang is desperately trying, scrambling to kill Baboka, who gets the time-lapse off. They can't kill a single hero here. Really struggling to even kill a support. Maybe on this Lycan now, JT about to fall. His BKB is up, but that's not protection against the right clicks out of the Viper. Maybe it is. The full staff forward, finally. No, he's still alive. When the BKB ends, though, the poison will take him down. Eventually found as Monet goes for the Nightfall himself. BKB TP out. Winter Wyvern gets caught. Team Turtle defend their base. But look at bottom lane. Who's that? It's Baboka. He's in there on the barracks, killing off another lane with catapults going. Maelstrom picked up by the Viper now to try and push out these waves and hold on. And the workhorse for the Centaur. See if he's going to grab Chalice and drag him around, because he's going to get jumped in a second now. Nothing to say. Up to the high ground. They want the buildings to get the mega creeps. Somnus, he jumps in deep here, gets hexed up. They turn onto him with Monet. Yang has jumped in aggressively here as well, eh? BKB's out from G2.iG. Shiny golden gods. Picho has gone with a great power cogs, trapping JT inside of them. Now the Viper being dragged around. The hitch ride not working out as they expected. And now the Winter's Curse straight there on the Centaur. The Viper will turn and hit into his friend. The poor man just tried to hitch a ride, but gets turned on with the power and prowess of G2.iG, slaying them all. That's 3 down, no buybacks, 4 in a row. There we go as G2.iG connect 4 to take down the tier 4 and open up the throne. That's it. Game over. Team Turtle have been slain.
Oh, it took a while. It really was it. But at the very end of the day, the little turtles, tried to go back out to Ocean, but they got sniped by the Seagulls.